We are back with a very. Oh, hang on. My audio, is that peaking? Does my audio sound loud?
Not to me, but I can check on
Yeah, someone
stream real
check the stream real quick. Let's turn the gain down. Or, just move my microphone back like that. There we go.
Actually, I think the audio might be a little low on the stream.
Low?
Well, I mean, I always play Discord. Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
I always put streams at like 20%, so when they're not loud, I get cranky.
Right.
Okay, good. Everything's balanced though, so you're good.
Okay, that's the important bit. All right. Yes, we are back with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as
Nala.
We have Cross Crescent as
Iala.
We have Blackheart as
Taryc.
We have Sammi as
Nim.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
You have me, Yuli, as your slightly concussed DM. This week's recap is brought to you by Cross Crescent, fresh as can be. Take it away.
Crispy on the edges. Yum.
Last
Nothing
time
but-
on Lost Legends, the party reconvened at their home, where they introduced a battered but still unliving Wilhelm to their new undead roommates. The frivolities were dampened, however, when Wilhelm's admittance to his unlife slowly fading, and that his time in this realm was limited. As dour as the news was, Wilhelm approached it optimistically, and while we were discussing how Wilhelm might spend the last of his time, there were two missives. One granted by a tired runner inviting the party to a celebration dinner hosted by the nobles of the town, and a more urgent sending to Meltori that informed us Kretsch was at the gates. We hurriedly left to meet the chieftain, who had nothing but vitriol for our group for ruining his siege, and revealed not to be a gnoll of impressive stature, but a mighty red dragon posing as one. Though Iala was a hair's breadth from lashing out at the vile lizard, he was held back, and we were able to send his path of destruction northward. Our meetings were not to cease, as after confiding that a talk was needed with Shining Blade and the other town authority, we entered a lightly staffed council containing the mayor, Lord Majorly, Shining Blade, and ourselves to report our information. That is, until Thornfell arrived.
Okay, very nice. Everybody remember, you've got your inspiration, and you get the bonus one this session.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
And we pick up hours later with everybody slaughtered by Thornfell. I'm going to bet.
Oh no, that's why the game started late. We were already dead.
We were
Yes,
having a combat that we weren't available for.
we will pick up basically where we left off. You all see Thornfell enter the room, unarmed seemingly, but with a look of grim determination on his face.
Mr. Fell, please come join us.
It's the murder hobo.
Do we have a seat for him?
What's a hobo?
Evansar is. Hang on, is Evansar even here? Evansar is here.
Evansar's here. He's with us. He wrote in. He wrote in on Dragonel Nami. So we
That's
have
right.
Dragonel Nami.
Yeah.
We have
Melinda's here,
Evansar
Shining
and the
Blade's
rest of
here,
us.
Roger Lee's here, the mayor's here. Yeah.
Yep. And brother.
I'm coherent, don't worry. I am Brother Richard.
No, but brother Richard
Yes.
is here, and the mayor.
Yeah. All right. Yes, Evansar is instantly on his feet while you're sort of greeting him cordially. Evansar is a little apprehensive. And Torinfel's eyes glaze over you, Nim. Look to Cassian at his sort of remark, with a
No,
vague, perplexed look at it. Before he stops a little distance away.
Yeah, no, it looks nothing like what Tornfell saw last, so that's great. You've got the perfect disguise.
And Torinfell just goes, I'm here for Maltori.
I'm afraid we're in the middle of a very important meeting right now, but you could join us.
I'm sorry, we're still using him.
He seems to look around the room briefly. You can feel the lingering gaze appraising each of you. His eyes settle briefly on Melinda. Look over to Brother Richard. Look to the Mayor, Lord Roger Lee, and settle on the Shining Blade. And you can see the numbers running in his head. The calculations, both maybe from a combative perspective and just trying to gauge the situation of there's a guild leader, Maltori has a bounty out for him, and is seemingly walking free.
I again encourage you to sit down and maybe we can start to elucidate a bit of what has been going on. I can't imagine that you have had an easy journey, Mr. Fell. We are all very tired.
Then,
Is there extra chairs, by the way?
oh yeah, there's plenty of chairs in here.
I can't do that.
I look over to Iala, like, is this okay that I am talking? Should I shut up?
Considering we're not being shot at right now, Iala is like tense, but this isn't a place for a fight. And maybe if we can get him after as a hunting something a little bit more problematic than Maltori at the moment,
Yes.
that would be a move.
I will sit and talk and he sort of reaches to a sort of back pouch that he has. You hear jangling as he pulls out something and tosses it onto the floor, sliding towards the group of you. A pair of manacles.
I remand myself into the custody of Melinda Crow here. She is the town guard.
I'm not worried about the children. He's directly addressing Melinda now. The old mage is a danger and a flight risk. Let him talk. He is in chains. I don't think that's going to happen, Doran. You can dream on. Now, either try and kill me once again and upset a lot of people here, or go away somewhere else. We have more important matters to take care of than you. You backing Torin Fell, Guildmistress? Or Ebenza, fuck. These two names. Why did I bring him here?
That's actually
Yeah,
Torrent
you
Fell's down the
backing
criminal.
Ebenza, Guildmistress. And she actually sort of looks at Ebenza briefly, letting out a little sigh, going, Ebenza Maltori has my full confidence. He has been of great service to the town, and Torinfell is turning on heel and walking out before she's even finished. Leaving those manacles there.
Mr. Fell, please.
I think it would be best for him to go cool off somewhere
he's not going
else.
to cool off. He's going to work himself up. And then he's going to assault us on the way home.
As long
he
as
does pause and looks back over his shoulder and goes, "Let's talk to you. There are adventurers
You've already
that
done it once, and then you
sensitive
tried to
now.
accuse us of it.
Did anything I say in the bounty notice was it inaccurate?"
Well, I haven't even seen the bounty notice.
I'm not
The
surprised there is one.
the guildmistress sort of clears her throat awkwardly and goes, "I didn't have them posted."
Mr. Fel'd, please. You are a brave adventurer and somebody Ebenzar does think highly of. I trust his intuition on that.
And a prick.
There is a lot going on. Yes, we know. A lot of the people that are good are actually pricks, but that's fine. Okay, but you have to realize after being in Galen, there's a lot going on, and if you don't want us to handle it, you should at least find out about it. I'm not asking you to forgive us. I'm asking you to gather information.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry. Didn't take long for the first F word today. But we know how I roll.
That's
And I roll.
performance.
That's performance. There. That's how I roll.
He stares down at you, Nim. He reaches into his jacket, pulls out this very tattered piece of scroll work, waves it a couple of times, throws it across to land like near the manacles, and goes, "If you kids have been trained at all by him, you'll be able to come find me. I'll talk to you. You got a day, Emazar. Run like you always do." And he's going to walk on out.
Well, that was an unwelcome surprise.
Not many arrows, so very surprising, actually.
Let's hope he
That's
is.
not going to be good for the town.
Nope. And I have a feeling that the second we left, he immediately abandoned Galen. Didn't even find out what was going on. Just decided to start hunting again.
Emazar actually shakes his head and goes, "I doubt it. I don't think he stuck around long as he should have, but it took him time to get here, and that man can move."
Iala goes over and picks up the stuff he left behind.
Right, the manacles notably have rune work on them.
Pockets.
Yep, he's pocketing those.
Uh-huh. And you want to unravel the scroll?
Yeah.
Okay. You unravel it, and there is a very good likeness of Maltori drawn on it. Seemingly printed, copied, likely via stamp. And there is a reward posted for Ebenzar Maltori, Ward Breaker. It is listed at 5 million gold pieces.
That's a lot of money.
Dead or alive. And then beneath it are not so great renditions of each of you. Noah's, yours is notably incredibly inaccurate at this point.
I couldn't even get my nose right.
Yours are listed as wanted, captured, alive. Reward of 5,000 gold pieces each. Suspected endorsement.
And worth much more than 5,000. But maybe we can get a little bit for.
Did they really just make a little dark blob?
Yes, they did.
God, I'd be tempted to turn me in at that price.
Yes.
Okay, children, let's figure out a jailbreak.
Well, if you
It's not
follow,
funny, Maltori. Shining Blade says, actually coming over and
It's not like they would actually keep us in jail for any amount of time.
if you achieve the goal that you're going for, Maltori, then they wouldn't be able to pin anything on you because you'd be neither alive nor dead.
Can we think about the places that we are and the people that we are
Yes.
amongst?
the mayor is just looking pale. Like this entire event, the comments
I'm
are...
looking over at Melinda Crow and, the guard captain-ish person.
Melinda, as you look at her, just sort of rolls her shoulders and goes, I follow the laws as laid out by the township, and as far as the township's concerned, she looks over at the mayor and, more importantly, seems to linger her eyes on Shining Blade. Ebenthar Maltori is a free man.
Good, then we can take care of this later. She rolls up the scroll.
Did it say who issued that bounty?
Just as issued by the guild and the kingdom.
The good thing they don't have my picture here. I guess I'm not wanted. Pooh. Anyway, let's continue the meeting.
So,
I mean, that is actually kind of an important thing to bring up, Shining Blade. This is not good for your town.
No, it's not. However, he's not the only one with weight to throw around. He closes her eyes briefly and goes, I might have to travel to the capital to get this repealed, potentially.
I mean, stopping an undead invasion could earn some brownie points.
I mean, the brownies are fond of him as well, yes, but I don't...
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's not what I meant, but
What did you mean?
brownies invented in this setting.
Yeah,
Like-
they're a full race.
Their whole race.
I mean, the
Oh,
other.
The
oh,
Bacon
you mean referring to a food as
Yeah.
a
Doesn't-
brownie? Gosh, that would be in
Doesn't
poor
brownie
taste.
points come from the organization?
Yeah. Scouts, brownie scouts.
Curious now.
But I think no, it's the confection.
Also, no.
Because it would cost ludicrous amounts of shifty eyes. What did you mean you ate a whole plate of brownies?
Oh, I came
There
from
are,
a
of course,
railroad
whimsy
person,
square
boss.
yums that bear a strikingly, similarity to brownies.
that would earn you some whimsy square yum points, but
Oh man, I could go for a whimsy square yum. My favorite part is the crispy bit.
On the edges.
Of
Yeah.
course, everybody loves the edges.
Darn, that actually sounds really good.
One
We are
met
being
someone who didn't like the edges. I did not trust
Cursed
them.
Fae, you have made me think of whimsy square yums.
we are being distracted again.
Isn't that normal for us?
Yes. I apologize. Other
This-
council members.
Brother Richard just gives you like a half smile as if like he's in over his head anyway. Lord Roger just waves his hand as if like, oh, whatever.
Food is good. He's
Uh,
used to the pseudo dragons bombarding them with food questions all day, so the sudden departure to food was great.
and Melinda just goes, it is only a waste of time if the meeting time goes over what was told to me. I have budgeted my time. You can use it however you wish.
Right.
It would seem, though, given Thorinfel's disposition and this bounty, which is quite hardy, we should consider moving out at a rapid pace, perhaps.
Fuck that. I am not leaving because that asshole just can't understand.
I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying, till Shining Blade can get the bounty gone.
It would be easier if you at least, and she looks to the group of you, came with me to the capital, proving that you're not under his spell and that you believe he had good reason to. And she actually starts to look a little confused at this point, looking at Maltori as if, like, actually, what did you do exactly? I took some young adventurers under my wing because their
Incorrigible.
hadn't arrived. Is this going to be harder to prove your innocence than I'm thinking?
It's about family.
Maltori sort of like coughs and tries to cover a laugh. Family. I mean,
Honestly, Guildmistress, if it hadn't been for Maltori, we would have been dead 4 or 5 times over before Tornfell even deigned to arrive.
Also, I'm not sure if this is something that is useful in admittance, but I was receiving visions from Bahamut about the heroisms of Ebenzar, which confirmed with me to continue to travel with him.
Brother Richard actually sort of perks up a little and goes, if that's the case, an examination from one of the archdioceses will go a long way to, well, leaning in Master Maltori's favour.
Even there are people in. Well, I guess it would be hard to get witnesses from Galen, but there was a strange merchant who showed up, who the pseudo dragons around them, their eyes would shine silver, and they had a bunch of them, and he had weird goods and things like that, and he gave me a holy text of Bahamut, and this
May I
item
see
that
that?
was, yes. I'm going to have to get it out of the bag of holding. You see, it's very big, and I am very small. So if you want to help me get it out of... Nomi, can you help me get that
Brother
out of the
Richard
bag?
just sort of nods and comes over to assist you.
Yeah, I get the bag. And then I will show Brother Richard. And this was the special ornament that they gave me. They said it belonged to a brownie adventurer, and that it was very special. And this is what opened the doorway underneath of the temple.
His eyes go wide a little, and
And
he goes,
I had visions of that man, that merchant. He showed me visions of Maltori doing heroic acts in my dreams, and
this is a holy relic.
You've just been carrying that around?
I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it the whole time, Noah. Don't you ever notice me? I put on a new dress and everything.
I mean, the holy relic
How
part.
is Cassian glowing?
Oh, I was going to ignore that. He does that sometimes.
Cassian standing in the room, just beams briefly. Nobody realizes. Brother Richard actually sort of like, it's very gingerly like touching the book and goes,
I will offer him the holy relic that I am wearing if he wants to check that out as well.
yes, these both have, you can feel the divinity.
Yes, and then I got Nomi at that point. Just revert Nomi. You remember Nomi, my little pseudo dragon?
He
sort
nods
of
briefly,
annoying,
looking at Nomi, like almost like, yes, I see loads of two dragons in my day, dismissively. But then his eyes linger on the book a bit more. Then like the little gears start turning in his head, and he looks at Nomi again, and you see like a slight bow of his head that goes deeper in reverence as he seems to realize maybe I'm dealing with something here.
Well, Nomi's a dragonelle right now.
Oh yeah, then in that case, yes. Appraising gaze, bow, and Nomi just sort of bobs his head as if like, yes, this is right.
Don't do that. You'll inflate his ego.
And
I do believe that there is a bit of meddling going on Ebenzor's behalf by the god Bahamut, which I know Ebenzor has so much dear love for Bahamut. Nim's trying to stifle the giggle about this. She knows how Ebenzor really feels about Bahamut.
the brother's actually just sitting right down where he moved to on the floor, by the way, and is like almost trembling hands leafing through this book. And you just hear him mumbling like, no, it can't be. No. It might be. Oh, it is. Oh.
The person that I got this from said they wrote it, so I don't know which angel it was, but maybe you can figure it out.
This is original penmanship.
I read it really good. I made sure to read it lots. I know all about the part where it is a sin to throw away the crispy bread.
Even references to the crispy bread. What long laugh.
Don't start something, Nim, that you can't take back.
Not starting anything, unfortunately, out of care.
He very, very carefully hands this back and goes, "You must take the greatest care of this. You show this to any of the priesthood in the capital, and that they will see it for what it is, and I have no doubt that the Church of Bahamut will back your claims on Master Maltori."
Would it help or hinder that I have the grace of 3 Fey Lords, and I said I'd be the one watching over Maltori, making sure he wouldn't do anything bad?
The guild mistress actually sort of like puts a hand to her chin briefly, as if thinking about that. Goes, honestly, it depends which Fey Lords and the known history behind them, and whether we can ascertain that. But there are specialists at the capital. It would lend weight for sure. Which
you
way?
said you were going to boss Talia around.
Are you now, Noah?
This is the first I've heard of this.
I mean,
Are you to be my keeper, Noah?
Haven't I already been?
But
I said before we came to this.
How many times did you say it?
No, I feel very feeble right now. Would you get me a cup of tea?
No, will you play me my song?
I'm warden, not waitress.
No, will you play me the song?
Oh, what the fuck are you?
Oh,
What?
sorry. Just some lightning sparks off of her. She wants to be important too. Who keeps doing that? Keep the
I
shinings away from me.
I don't think it'll directly help, but it also seems we have at least a mild blessing from Hea also. Not
Also,
directly with Maltori, but...
Lysel was very active. I don't know if you have heard from Father... oh, my brain. Maguire, Father Maguire. He was at the graveyard last night when the Lysel priestess's sacrifice brought up several Lysel worshippers and brought the vampire up. I guess Lysel gave them a message and put them to task.
Yes.
Divinely raised undead, I believe. What's the polite way of saying this? They register quite differently to priests than, well, someone going through my means would.
Yes.
If
And
even one of them would be willing to accompany back to the capital. Frankly, we've penned letters from Brother Richard here, Father Maguire. I might not even have to go, and I'd rather not. Well, we have the word of Gretch and your own that we are safe now. She sort of...
I could understand not wanting to leave it to chance.
And frankly, we are weakened, and that lends opportunity to others.
Understandable.
Also, there is the matter of Wilhelm.
Yes.
What? I mean, if he goes with you, then that's...
I do not think he should travel.
Why not?
The magic that held him together is starting to fade. He is not
Dying.
long with us. Yes,
Yes.
again. He has weeks, maybe a month. It will not be very long.
That is... She frowns. I think that is a bigger loss than perhaps I can even comprehend.
We should enable him to speak to as many people as possible and convey his knowledge, share
Yes.
his life as much as he can. I hate to ask this, Lord Roger Lee, but you are a man of means and education, as well as Mr. Maltori, and I think your family is very knowledgeable. I do not know if you or your son would want to be involved in
He smiles a
documenting
little
the
and goes,
stories.
"You need not use that flattery. I will, of course, be happy to assist you and the Honourable Wilhelm in any way I can. My resources at your disposal."
I think we should have as many people who are interested in listening should be available to listen. I wonder if we should make it something that we don't just hide him away. Maybe we have him talk, and we have people there who write down what he says, and he shares it with as many who can listen.
Maltori sort of nods a bit and goes, "He does seem to like
Audience.
an audience. I think that's a good idea. And I don't think the townsfolk will be as all accustomed to seeing an undead as they might have been before."
I think that some of them are going to be over it, and it will help the holy ones that are still here.
Melinda sort of nods and goes, "And I can arrange for some of the guard contingent that are still around to provide security just in case there are some disgruntled towns members. And it gives them a excuse to watch him as well. An easy duty."
Yes. And I think it would be really great for people to get to hear those stories. When we get back, maybe you can tell them to us.
How long? Oh, sorry.
The mayor nods and then just goes, "I'll see this arranged. It'd be good to make it an event, maybe, to hearten the townsfolk."
It's
To that matter, I know that you are keen to celebrate and praise my children here with some private function. Maybe that would be
Should do
better
it.
spent.
Town.
There's a vaguely awkward moment. Shining Blade actually looking to the two nobles and almost piercing glare, as if like she disapproves of what was being done. And Lord Roger Lee looks momentarily abashed, sort of looking to you and goes, "I'm sorry, I just wanted to, yeah, you're
It's-
right, of course."
That is a kindness that you would want to honor us privately and ostentatiously, but maybe we should celebrate all of us still being here.
You're quite right. Town festivities. I
Have
will...
Have a time of remembrance and celebration.
I will leverage our stores of alcohol and put some pressure on my fellow noblemen to do the same. I think perhaps... Yes, quite right. And the mayor just sort of nods a little bit before going. So that matter, Lord Rodgety. There is a reason I wanted you here and not the others. I'm stepping down, and soon enough, I'm sure there will be squabbling of position. For now, I'm appointing you in my stead. Lord Rodgety blinks a few times and just goes, I beg your pardon? This has shown me, all of this has shown me that I'm not fit for this job. So, effective immediately, I'm done.
And frowns.
That is rather sudden.
I thought you did a good job. It was a hard job.
He looks a little distant and then just slowly shakes his head, and you can see the look of anguish that he quickly tries to cover up, and just goes, I all of the dead I fall on my shoulders, and I should have been more prepared and done better. So. Maybe moving the responsibility and burden to someone more worthy will stop me seeing them. So, your pardon at the sudden. He just stops talking and shakes his head. I
think that needs a little bit more talking over than over a war council such as this between the two of you and work something out.
I do not think this town would have been prepared for what happened, no matter who was in charge.
Yes.
I don't begrudge you for what happened, sir.
even the devil said that I had nothing to offer.
Well, the devil lies. The devil will tell you things to make you doubt yourself and your reasons for doing things, because they hope that it will cause doubt in your mind and shame. And shame is the greatest sin. That is what Hea has taught us. That is why her people have no shame.
Oh, is that why?
Then I bear another sin.
And you can judge yourself of it. You can be forgiven, and you can move on and do better. Just don't give up. If you do not think that your best way to help this town is to be mayor, then that is fine. But you can find another way to help. You still matter.
Kind of you, young girl. He smiles unconvincingly and simply just takes off this little badge of office. He has this little brooch on a necklace, and just pushes it into Lord Roger's hand, who still looks like he's still processing, like mild shock. And he looks to the guild mistress and just goes, I've penned all of the official documentation in my desk drawer. He needs but sign. If you do not want this responsibility, Rogerly, I don't blame you, but I trust you to find someone that does. And he is going to start walking out.
Oh. Wow. Good.
Goodbye, sir. I will see you when we return.
He does not reply. Just steps on out and goes, Thompson. Oh, God. We need to get. Are you okay, boy? And you see him like picking up this poor day's guard who was knocked out by Torin fell.
None
Oh,
of
we
us
forgot about
noticed.
the guard.
Oh, I didn't realize
No.
they actually got knocked out. I just heard them get shoved past, and I just assumed that
No,
they just got
I
by.
remember I
Thump.
described a thump and a
the
sound of
ground.
somebody
Yeah.
hitting the floor.
Oh, I didn't realize they'd been knocked unconscious.
See, now Thorin's assaulted someone. That wasn't one of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. A town guard, even.
Yeah.
You actually you see ice enter Melinda's gaze, which is already pretty cold most of the time. And she goes, I'll be penning an official complaint to the guild mistress, which I wish to be raised further than you, perhaps to the town, the capital's guild hall. And the guild mistress just nods slowly.
I think we all see that happening there.
So,
If we-
how long would this sojourn to the capital be? We are on a bit of a clock now.
If you wait for the repair of the magical circle, I don't know how long that will take, but that journey would be instantaneous. Otherwise, it's months.
Who is the one that says they don't know how long the repair would take?
That's the guild
I've
mistress.
lost. Maltori, do you have any idea, or would you have to...
Honestly, it depends on the resources we can get leveraged to it. It could be a job of a week or two, or far longer. Remember, these things are ancient, delicate, barely understood still.
I mean, no matter what, we need to head
Oh.
to the capital. So.
Ancient. Well, could we quickly ask Wilhelm if he would know anything about that?
Potentially, although if his time's magic does not function and they still do, then it suggests that they are after his time. Ancient is a very broad spectrum of time.
Yes, because technically Malthori is ancient.
How dare you, young Nim?
What? I think that's pretty wonderful. You're like a legend.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Of course it will. I'm from Yuli after all.
Right.
But we should consider, though, if the town is making the decision that we are going to the capital, we cannot just enter the capital as we are. If we are going to go to the capital, either they need to know that we are coming.
I could send word
And-
ahead, as well as my wish that you proceed unmolested until you have had a chance to argue your case.
Because otherwise, bounty hunters will.
Be rather annoying on our trip to the center.
You
And I
might
would hate to
still
hurt
have to
people
deal with
trying
that on your way.
So the longer that we are traveling, the more likely that we will run into bounty hunters.
Yes. However, it really can't be avoided even if you travel away from the capital.
Either way, we're being hunted.
Why don't we ascertain how long it's going to take to get this circle fixed first? Then we can decide what you're going to do.
Can I
Yeah.
offer a bit of counsel of my own ideas?
Please.
How far is it to Galen from here?
Galen on foot. It's about a month's travel.
If we traveled about a month to Galen, we could use the teleport circle there.
It could save us a month, yes. And let us check out the situation while we're at it.
That is a thought.
Is there risk going there that it is not available?
We would need knowledge of the current state of Galen, which the best person to
don't
ask
have.
for that.
This torrent fell.
But
Either way,
that
we
would
don't
be
have-
cheaper on our time to go to a nearby teleport circle rather than hoofing it the whole way.
In that case, potentiality. A couple of weeks' journey, the town north of here, they have their own circle. As far as I'm aware, the lord of the town keeps it under, and she frowns a little bit. Frankly, he is a greedy
Miser?
man who does not allow access to it easily. But, however, it would be nice to check up on Gaiden.
Which direction did you say it was? It was
North.
north?
North is to the town that has the
North,
miser.
where we
but
sent Kretch.
yeah, and Galen is north is where I recommended, but Kretch said they were going to go wherever the hell they want. They just want to make
Yeah.
us suffer. Galen is which way?
Maltori sort of gestures and goes, vaguely east.
Okay, vaguely east. Okay. Also, I hate to bring up thing. Go ahead.
Have you rewritten your teleport spell yet?
Out of character, he ripped one out of his second spell book,
no.
so he has it.
Yeah, no, I'm asking him, has he rewritten it in the spell book?
No.
We might be able to save even more time should you rewrite your spell.
I mean, I have a copy in my other spell book.
Because most likely you took something from the outpost and we could teleport directly to the outpost and then wait a day and re-teleport to the capital.
The only things I took from the outpost are the things that already belong to me. Also, while we could teleport to Gaiden, I am loath to approach it by magical means, as, well, both Tor and Fel potentially laying traps for my most favorite means of travel is a very real possibility. And I don't know how safe Gaiden is, and expending spell work to appear in the middle of something horrendous rather than approaching on foot and being able to observe from a distance. Yeah.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
If the keep has been directly compromised by what we are searching for,
Still, it's a worthy consideration, young Cassian.
I do have a mace from there.
Good. So that is an option. But we should... He won't talk to me, but... Either you, Guildmistress, or you, children. I know he wants opportunity to speak with you for some reason. He sort of looks over the group of you.
Mm-hmm.
He might be trying to argue his case. Please don't let him turn your hearts against me. I know that you're on the edge of a knife trying to decide whether I am an evil being, and his suave attitude may win you over, but I hold hard that you will see my way.
If the fact that you are an evil being was enough to sway
How
us,
dare
we'd
you.
be gone already.
I am an evil mastermind, don't you? Now, Tori, I know you're joking, but please, the Guildmistress sort of holds up a hand.
Can I bring up something on the numbering of evil beings? So when I cold murdered some person, I found they had a cane with full of that demon powder.
Are you confessing to murder?
I murdered somebody. Anyway, so there was a person.
She's standing up, and she is going to take the smallest pair of shackles anybody's ever seen.
He was lighting our house on fire, so I killed him.
She pauses. That's an argument of self-defense. That would...
All right. Well,
Not be a
anyway,
charge of
but
murder.
I want to bring this up because it is important. The man who owned the house before us, he showed back up at our house and he tried to light it on fire. He is also the man who killed his maid and then shocked her body in the woods. He was a bad man, but he had that demon powder hidden in the staff of in this his hollow cane. His cane was hollow at the top. And that was what led me to go looking for what that demon powder was and got us down this whole road of everything going wrong. Okay. So that man, why was he philandering around with the same demon powder as Kretch? And I'm bringing this up because I am very terrified of something. What nobilities are running around working with the same people and doing the same thing as Kretch is?
There's a silence, almost oppressive, that falls on the room
And
briefly.
I'll be honest, Melinda, if you need to arrest me for killing the man that was trying to light our house on
I'm
fire,
afraid I do
understand
need
that.
to take you into
Yeah,
custody.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with Melinda now.
Roger D sort of like starts to wave his hand and goes, wait, no, look, I'm Mayor. She's pardoned, forgiven. And Melinda just goes, not until you have signed the documentation, sir. And
I'll put my hands up to
she's
Melinda. It's
moving
fine.
over to you. She's gonna kneel down, start shaking, and Rodney's like hurrying over to the desk, digging out
This
these
is fine.
papers.
I'm okay with this. I deserve it.
The guild mistress is just like face palming.
How can you use shackles so small?
Well, I needed to get the truth of why I had gotten the staff
There,
from some
signed.
person.
I'm mayor now. She's pardoned. Release her immediately, as you wish, Lord Mayor. And now you are unshackled. Melinda just sort of like tucks him away, nods at you,
I'm glad
How
that
does
we
she
managed to get through that
see that
together,
small?
Melinda. You are a credit to your office.
I am already noting the abuse of power.
Okay.
I am more astonished by how you could use such a tiny key.
She's very dexterous. All right. So, but I
Do you mean
I
this?
bring this up-
She shows off the tiny key that is actually attached to a large piece.
Oh, it was actually attached. Okay. I was actually expecting
But I bring this up, and I know it is very foolish to bring up crimes in front of an officer of the law. But
Melinda,
Melinda,
would you? Should I have her leave?
no, I want Melinda here. You don't understand. Melinda is amazingly good at their job. They monitor everybody's comings and goings. She knows more about the things that I do around town than I know about what I do around town. So, Melinda, the previous noble persons, have you been noticing any disparaging behaviors of them?
From which party in question? The ones whose house you have occupied.
Yes.
Are people disparaging them, or are they disparaging people? Because I have not seen them in town.
The previously when they were in town, did you have suspicion of them for doing things because they had?
Yes,
illicit
I
goods in
believe
their-
them to be tied through the smuggling ring that is part of the city.
Okay, because they were definitely involved with the smuggling ring, and they were playing around with dangerous drugs.
I'm glad that my suspicions have been proven to be accurate. I am saddened that apparently one of them will not face justice from me. However, which
they
one
faced
did
justice from the
you
Triad.
self-defend against?
It was the patriarch, the father.
Then the mother and son still live to face justice.
Yes, they still do. But they had, like I said, they had that same drug that the Knolls were taking. They had it on them, on their person.
Lord Rodney sort of like squints a bit and goes, "Why? Why would they? If it's being produced by somebody in no encampment, why was it here?"
It doesn't make sense. It's not that it was here. It wasn't in their house. It was on their person. They had it in the top of the cane screwed off. I could get you the cane. But the top of the cane screwed off, and there was a. Okay, fine. Give me 1 second. All right, but zap my ring really quick.
didn't mean immediately.
I disappeared. I disappear.
He does that sometimes.
You get used
I'm
to
gonna
it.
Gonna get the cane, and then a zap back out of dropping a full-size cane on the ground.
Melinda is moving over to pick it up, and she goes, "Oh, remarkable. Do you have much evidence of crime in your wherever that is?"
Please say
I'm a-
no.
Mine or other people's?
Eva.
Probably. Who knows?
Hmm.
I store things.
We're gonna be you're gonna be her favorite, and
I have
But
an
of-
entire
motivated people
I
to
have an
see
entire
that.
climbing set in there that we bought that I had made in Galen, and
That reminds me, I need
For
to
the
hand
have a
first
couple
time,
I
I am
have.
facing a conundrum where my sense of the law and the sense of who I trust and consider just is conflicting. By all
Yes,
rights, I shall be demanding reprimand of evidence that you have and taking you into custody again, even if it is to be overruled by the new corrupt town mayor. What?
I don't think I have any evidence.
And yet, you are one of the ones that set me back on my path of justice when I had faltered. And then you hear the guildmistress also go, "What?"
This is very confusing. But Melinda,
So sorry, Melinda.
I trust you to be a really good investigator, and you could be very helpful with this. Yes, I've been trying to figure this out on my own, and this is not working out.
Perhaps law and justice aren't perfectly meshed, and I have to see other paths that others can take as useful.
Uh,
I like to think of myself
Yeah.
as a lesser evil.
Some kind of dark
Save
knight,
your
perhaps.
ideals. I really don't want to start corrupting Melinda. Please, let's not corrupt Melinda.
Well, I was going to say, well, for one, I wanted to bring this up because I think giving Melinda this information is really important because we need somebody who is very keen on observing, and we are scattered people.
They had moved northwards,
Um,
correct?
I think they might
Yes.
have. But with that involvement, they could be involved with Mikey, if they're getting this red powder, yes? Which means they are involved with everything that is going on with Gretch, which I think is very keen to you, yes?
Yes.
And I am very much trying to be a good friend and make sure that you have the tools you need to deal with that. But we don't have the time to chase this right now.
Well,
I
I
mean,
would
the group
request
of
that
us,
you do,
because
in
we're going
fact,
to
head
town.
north and investigate this. Perhaps the teleportation circle there, you can bargain for access.
That might be a thing, but I want to make you aware of this because, Melinda, if this is going on and it is creeping into this town, you should be aware of it.
I thank you for this information. I shall keep a close eye on it. I would like to examine this more properly, but I will return it to you to aid in your own investigations.
I don't really need it back. I have some of the red powder. I'll give you some. No, I don't know if you should have that. It's kind of dangerous. You don't need to examine that, do you?
It would be useful to have a small sample at the very least.
All right, I will. I have a little bit on a handkerchief. I will get it out of my saddlebag. All right, this is what was in the thing.
Oh,
We had tested it. It's called Maldonium.
Maldonium.
Maldonium. It is
Maltorium.
No, do not besmirch his good name in such a way.
Wow.
Good name.
Well, it seems like we have options on the table. North,
I was-
east, south to the capital.
Going to request if it is possible for a guard of some sort to accompany us when we make our way to the capital. I know that is a lot to ask.
No, I shall arrange for somebody to accompany you.
Because there should be somebody who can claim that we are in their custody.
I will have somebody act as bondsman for you.
All right, well, I guess we got to go find this Fel'd guy, and I'm supposed to be really good and stop doing illegal things. For Lord Roger's sake. Smile.
Please, I don't like the fact that I'm already apparently the corrupt town mayor, he says dryly.
You have plenty of time to remove that title.
Yes, although some stains can never be removed, Melinda says. Marvelous.
Ac-
Like blood.
Actually, I've been reading a lot about this god Lorne, and apparently forgiveness is a thing that can happen.
Brother Richard is actually looks up finally from like the book leafing, and gives you a vaguely worried look.
The same person that gave me that book gave me a book on Lorne.
He looks incredibly troubled, looking back down at the book.
I'll get that book from you later. You can take it for tonight, okay?
Please don't break the young priest. Don't give him a crisis of faith.
Where is Father Underfloor?
Father Underfloor is not with us anymore. He him and Radish were found passed on.
Oh no, did they die during the fighting?
They passed into their sleep, yes? That was mentioned.
That was mentioned out of character.
That's out of character.
Oh, it was out of character,
Yeah.
sorry.
He shakes his head and goes, "No, he was found in bed. Seems to have died in his sleep."
Oh,
Radish.
that is a
That would've
peaceful
been
and kind way
peaceful
to
then.
go.
He just nods sadly and goes, "He was a great man, and no one's ever going to be able to replace him."
Hmm. I am sorry for
but-
your loss and for the town's loss. He was a very kind gentleman.
Yes, it was immensely kind. I'll be acting in his stead until they send a new bishop out.
Okay, I'll come to you later for confessions. I have a lot of things I need to get off my chest. I hope you're ready for it.
Of course.
Cool.
You sure it's okay for me to keep hold of this for now?
Of course. I have read it already, and as long as I have it before I leave, that should be fine, I think. I can lend you the other book as well, but you seem a little shocked by the idea of it.
He seems to think for a moment before just going, "You say it was given to you by the same individual
Yes,
who claims to have written this?"
yes. He did not say he wrote the other book, but he gave it to me
I would-
nonetheless.
Like to see it nonetheless.
I cannot get anything out of my hidey place for a while, so it'll be a bit. I will bring it at some point.
Your earliest
Okay?
convenience.
Of course. All right. Let's all take a breather. I think we could all use a moment to relax. Shining Blade, is your daughter all right?
She receives a minor wound, but she's fine. She did well, and you see Shining Blade actually smile a bit and just nod and go. We'll say this entire ordeal has been good for uncovering things to the populace without them reacting with pitchforks.
That is
That is
good.
a good thing.
Is she finding more aptitude with magic?
To an extent.
I am proud of her then. I will trust her to keep a good handle on Fula's happiness while I am gone. Somebody will need to be the intermediary, I think, while I am disappeared.
She seems to be quite smitten with her, so I'm sure she'd be happy
I
to.
don't like that.
Oh, I'm sure that my daughter is no threat to your position.
This is not a matter of position. It's a matter of love.
Are you to tell me that your mistress is not deserving of the love of multiple?
No, but I don't like her love going other places.
Calm
Well, my
yourself,
daughter's
Kim.
smitten with your mistress. I don't think it is vice versa. So,
Oh, well, then that is fine. She is allowed to adore her.
yes. The Shining Blade actually says with a little bit of disgruntlement.
As long as this continues to be a one-way street, I'm fine with this.
She
Alright.
says, "It's like, wow, that's petty." But, of course.
Listen, I want her daughter to do well and have happiness, but I am a very jealous and selfish person. Okay, let's go. Bye.
Oh, okay, I guess the meeting's adjourned. Roger says with a sort of like hand
I'm sorry,
waving.
Mr. Mayor, is it adjourned?
Yes, go, and I'll see you all tonight, maybe.
What?
Just drop in whenever. We have to arrange things, right?
Yes.
But Wilhelm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes, of course. That's totally something
Or
I'm going
do
to
you
be a
want me
part
to
of.
just handle it?
No, we can totally do this. It's fine.
Right. Okay. Can I leave? She sort of looks to the guild mistress. Like, she goes, "Yes, Mayor. Hello. You really should be looking over some of the things that are to be taken care of." And he just goes, "Oh, God damn it!
They signed you up for paperwork.
I'll see you later, my dear neighbors."
Yes, bye,
Yes.
neighbor.
We
Have
tell him
fun.
about his ancestor.
No, I don't think we need to tell him about the fact that one of the
whatever,
persons that
do
got
it.
raised in the graveyard was a Roger
Matori
Lee.
is just sort of like moving out with you guys.
Well, I mean, maybe he'll be able to help him in his new mayor position. We can ask him.
That's wonderful.
We'll let them handle that. That's
Yeah. Bye, Melinda. Bye, Shiny Blade. Bye, Roger Lee. Bye.
goodbye.
Bye.
Melinda says, also walking
Bishop
out
Richard.
alongside you guys. As is the brother. And the brother Richard goes, I'm not the bishop.
Father Richard?
It's still brother.
How does one go from brother to father, anyway?
Mommy, can you be little dragon
by
now? I
word
want
of
to
the
ride you
church.
better.
Normally, thumps that small scales size, bobs his head and like bows it down for you.
Yeah, climb up on Nubby.
And yeah, you all leave after saying awkward goodbyes to the people that are still walking out beside you. And there are second sort of like awkward goodbyes as they finally do part ways.
Yeah, because we
you-
eventually do go separate
Yes.
directions eventually. It's walking out to the parking lot after
Yeah.
you said goodbyes in the restaurant,
Yeah.
right? And then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're still going this way.
All right. You're outside. Maltori sort of goes, right, if you're to locate Torin, then I suppose I should part ways for now. If he tries anything, kill him.
I need a
thought,
nap first.
I thought you had a little bit more brotherly love for him.
I love the men, but I value you far more.
Aww. That makes me feel the
And
warmness
he
inside.
has actively tried to kill me, so forgive me if I am not that remiss at the idea of returning the favor.
You want Nami to protect you? You gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. He seems to be acting with undue caution. It's very unlike him.
Is it because maybe that you have an entire army of undead under your
Oh
control
shit,
right
I
now?
do! Oh, he probably thinks I'm holding the town under the host.
Yeah, I could-
Don't dissuade him of that idea just yet.
Okay, I'm gonna send Helper back to the house. I don't know.
yes,
Can you
that's-
just take control of Helper from here? Because you're kind of like powerful.
It would be rude of me to.
I would allow you to. I don't mind.
Then yes.
Okay, you take control of Helper for right now, because he should probably get out of town.
Okay.
Oh, that tickles.
Delightful. We really need to teach you a better summoning undead spell.
What would be a better summon than dead spell?
Animate city undead.
Oh, I want to learn that one. Do I have to be a wizard to do that?
You should be able to figure it out. I'll teach it to you as well, Cassian.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
I'll see you children later. Again, if he looks like he's even looking at you funny, stab him.
Right.
I hope it won't come to that.
I'm getting my dagger out.
I hope it won't either, but
I'm
he sort
gonna
of
do
taps
a
his nose.
crime.
Also, stop saying that you're doing crime or have done crime around guardsmen.
But I like Belinda and I want her to do well.
But I,
She can do well with her job, just not on us.
you don't have to create things for her to solve so that she can do her job. There's a lot of crime out there.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have known about that crime if I hadn't said something. I would have gotten off scot-free.
I need to have a talk with you, I swear.
Oh, why would you need to have Arwa have a talk with me?
Because you'll listen to a very pretty lady that you keep making eyes at, I think, as she tells you how to be a criminal properly.
Oh, this is an old man telling me about how to be a criminal if he would, sit down and talk to me about it, but he's going to go make eyes at the Skeleman.
Listen here, you little shit.
Listen, you don't have that much time with Wilhelm and the rest of them. Go enjoy it.
Oh, be safe, children, seriously.
It's okay. He's a ranger. I know his weakness. Exploding arrow.
He's more than a ranger. He's...
Oh, what?
A dangerous man. He is versatile and...
Are we going to find out that there's some sort of weird love triangle between you and Clara and him?
If he loves Clara, he can have Clara.
I think that is a very specific taste, and I don't think that is up Thornfell's alley.
You never know. Good.
I never want to know, really.
And if you are suggesting that I might, in fact, love him, no. No.
No, I meant you and Clara, and it was more of a sex thing, I think. But
I'm leaving.
Let's go.
What a sex thing it is. You should see the glorious movements in him.
I'm leaving.
You should totally go take a bath. I bet that would feel really good after all this fighting.
Oh, it would.
All right, let's go.
He's going to hobble away. Right. How do you guys want to try and fight Torin Fel?
I have.
I'm going to stop Maltori before he does leave. He said that if you trained us, we'd know how to find him.
Yes. Right here he is.
And how would that go? Because as far as I know, I've not been taught anything about finding someone from you.
Are you a hunter or not? Can't you do like?
Do I need
hunting
to teach you how to, say, ask the person on the street, did they see a fuming half-elf? Which way did he go?
This is not the magical means that he was referring to.
He probably expected so, but the man's an idiot and uses far too many resources to achieve a small goal.
Okay, let's go find him.
I'm gonna fly up into the air and try and flag down the nearest brownie on the patrol.
There are still plenty of brownie patrols. Like, you guys might be out of war, but like they don't disarm. Not this soon.
I will flag one down and have them land by the party with me really quick.
You see this brownie lady on her pseudo dragon sort of take her helmet off as she lands, and she goes, it's you all. And she actually dismounts and bows.
I will also dismount and bow. I am sorry to bother you during your important work. I know you are all doing such good work today.
Please, how may I be of assistance, Mistress Nim?
We are... Oh, I'm a mistress now. That's pretty sexy sounding.
Stay on topic.
I like to... Okay, anyway... So there was a very upset elf man, half elf man maybe, came out of this building just a short while ago. He took off in a direction. I was wondering if any of the brownies saw which way he went.
Half elf man, height description.
I will describe Torrenfell.
Okay. She listens, nods a bit, and then she actually turns to her pseudo dragon mount and goes, "Lala, would you relay?" And the pseudo dragon bobs her head, and you see the pseudo dragon just take off briefly. Doesn't actually go particularly near the other patrols, but you do see like some of the pseudo dragons in other patrols in the air, pausing, and
Yeah, they get it about 120 feet from each
Yeah.
other or something like that.
Yeah.
Some arbitrary number like
Yeah,
that,
about
right?
that.
Basically made telepathic radio. God.
Yep.
And
Hey,
within
pseudo
30
dragons are-
seconds, the entire city's looking for Torrenfell.
Listen, when we talked about pseudo dragons and brownies being on patrol in a city, me and you were like, man, that would be pretty wicked.
And then after about a minute, you see the pseudo dragon turn her head back to her rider, and the rider just sort of like looks back, patting the pseudo dragon's cheek as she does, and then she goes, "We've had eyes on him. We're trying to get updated information on his whereabouts. Is this a dangerous individual?"
He was a bit rough with a guard in there, and we would like to question him further.
I don't
do you-
think he'll be actively violent.
Do you need our
You don't think
assistance
he's-
beyond finding?
Just finding
No.
it would be
Finding.
appropriate.
Then if you wait here, I'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay, thank you so much.
And she's going to mount back up, sort of slam her fist to her chest in a little salute before the pseudo dragon takes off.
Nim actually watches them go with actual genuine admiration because Nim always wanted to be a writer in a town.
But you are a writer.
Nomi nomps on your head.
Ow! What? That's so
you
cool.
get
Like,
flashes
you
of
had the-
I cool.
You are the coolest. Hmm.
Be cool.
I'm
Weird.
gonna start playing with Saeed a little bit since
Said
he didn't destroy anything while we were doing the meeting.
Very good, Saeed.
Saeed want to pull on your outfit.
That's nothing new. Saeed's a lot
Have
larger
you
though, so
thought at all about what you are going to tell the matriarch? You said she wanted you to help her breed.
yeah, one, we are leaving, so I do not think that is going to be of any chance now. But never.
Maybe I suggest something, and I know it is not very knowledge, but have her take measured steps going after Kretch. He is-
Yeah.
Maybe if she takes her time, she is going to have children soon anyway, and she could easily get a lot of her children back and alive rather than having to kill them outright, just because of the fact that I think they will leave Kretch in the coming
Yeah.
days. Because he might be powerful and scary, but he is also showing a form of weakness, even if he is trying to mask it with strength by killing his first and seconds.
Yeah, and that'll possibly also push them away that followed them more.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was planning on recommending against directly going against them.
At least not yet. Be a calculated hunter.
Be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
And you
By the way, Iala, Shalai's going to like nip at your cheek.
Yes, yes. What is it, Shalai?
Just a little meep of hungry.
Don't worry, Shalai. We'll get this done and then we can finally take a break.
Also,
This-
Noah, are you gonna be going back into the woods?
Right now, I didn't think so.
No, I mean to talk to the smiling one about getting the animals back. Or
I-
stop killing gnolls.
I suppose so. I actually didn't know if we were going to bring the animals back. I thought the deal was.
Well, I mean, make him stop taking animals away.
I guess. Yeah, I'll see. I'll see what I can do.
Because they aren't gonna just keep taking animals forever until you do that, are they?
I don't think so. The deal was to remove the animals that were currently there. I didn't have it. We didn't specify for it to be constantly taking, but then again, we didn't specify for it not to be constantly taking. I'll have to go and check
Yeah, I just worry. Sorry.
and to make sure there are no innocent gnolls being keyword. I better. We also have to get our donkeys back.
Our donkeys are out in the
Yes, we
woods.
do have to get the donkeys. Well,
Oh,
least
yeah,
they're being
yeah.
taken
Sheila
care
is
of.
being so cute with you.
Yes, yes. He is.
Preening your hair currently.
She wants a rest, just like the rest of us.
Oh,
We should get this over with. So I can
Nomi's glancing
finally-
at July and Iala, looking at your praise. Nomi starts to lick your hair, Nim.
oh, Nomi, so cute.
Happy Bobby. Nomi jealous.
I think we could all use a good feast and a rest.
A rider descends towards you again. Same one. She goes. We think we've sighted him. About 5 streets over. He's at a tavern outside.
Oh, good. We can get a meal. Thank you so much for your time.
I'll lead you to him.
Yes,
Excellent. That would be
please.
wonderful.
And she takes flight again, although staying at sort of street level, and starts to lead you all over there.
Sorry, Taryc. I should have let you lead a wonderful hunt and chase after this man, but I thought we were all tired.
With how today has been, I am fine with it. I'll be honest right now. It's
The idea of getting a meal at the tavern is a nice idea, only you quickly realise, oh wait, no, things are still shut up. As you come onto the street and you see him sitting outside at one of the tables, but apparently sipping from his own water skin, feet up on the table, and his eyes sort of lock on you the moment you round the corner. And the brownie guard with you just goes, I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, thank you so much.
Call on us if you need us.
Of course.
Thank
And
you.
she gives you all a salute for taking him back up to the
Salute.
sky.
And I was a little girl. I always wanted to be a guard in town like that.
Well, you're almost like that. Maybe not for a specific town, but
I have a mighty pseudo dragon, but I don't have the position.
Watching you all, you're walking over.
Hmm?
yes.
Torin Fell
over.
takes his feet off the table, setting his chair back down, and kicks one of the few chairs gathered around the table out a bit as if an invitation.
Iala takes the invitation and sits in a chair that he didn't kick because she'll take her own chair.
Right,
Oh.
Anyone not sitting?
I'm sitting on Nami.
Landing on the table, yeah.
Taryc will stay standing.
Noah will kick the seat.
What happened to you?
Or- Me? Why? Is there something the matter? Is there something on my face?
Your face is quite different.
Oh, there's
Did he do
no
that to you?
armies. Did who?
Matori.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, no, this is. You could say this is self-inflicted.
Excuse me for a moment. And he just reaches slowly into one of his pouches as if trying not to alarm you all. Pulls out this little box that's clasped shut. Looks like it's made of metal. Hi, Toby. You guys are at the table with Torin Fell.
We're at an outside table outside of a tavern that is closed because of the siege. And he just kicked the seat over, for Iala to sit at, and then Noah took a seat. I'm sitting on the table on Nami. Taryc is standing, and we're assuming you're standing because
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't see. this.
And he has pulled out a small metal box that he's carefully setting on the table, and he'll open it up.
Nim's ears go straight up like a bunny rabbit out of
Um,
curiosity.
Immediately, any magical effects that you all have on, you can feel them shutting off.
Yeah, I bristle. You could have said that you're doing that. This isn't permanent, yes?
Not permanent, and he's just looking over each of you. Not ensorcelled,
I find that
then.
rather annoying.
Not ensorcelled, then.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
The reason I don't ask permission. If you were, you would have stopped me to begin with. That's
Right.
troubling in itself.
Well,
What did he
This
promise
is-
you?
Not
What
much.
do you mean? What did he promise us?
You sided with a known necromancer. You might not have known at
We
first, but you clearly do
befriended-
now.
Our dear friend Fel'd, who took care of us out in the wilderness.
Well, sorry.
No, I know what I say.
I was out of character question. So.
And I was in character, so I said
Okay.
Fel'd, our dear friend Fel'd, who took care of us in the wilderness and helped us uncover something that was very terrifying, that wasn't what he was looking for. And he stuck with us, even though he wanted clearly to leave. And then you showed up, Torrent fell, and chased us. And he asked, did we want to go with him or go back to you? Because he thought you would forgive us. Because we did not know better.
Correct.
I chose to
Unfortunately,
go
due
with
to the
him because
fact-
I blew up your arrow.
And due to the fact that he kind of came at us with murderous intent.
If I wanted to murder you, you'd actually be dead. Taking you alive is harder.
Well, we don't know you.
Yeah, we know he is Torrent fell, and we know that Ebenzer Maltori was an adventurer with him at one point, and that Ebenzer Maltori told us not to go after you and not to cause you any problems, even if we were feeling hurt and upset after what happened. And he has been continuing to help us to try to figure out what was going on with Galen and other things that were not in the things that he is wanting to do.
We'll get to that. First, you understand why I attacked you? You figured that out?
Yes, that's become a bit obvious at this point.
But clearly,
The
because he was,
ensorcement.
because you clearly thought we were ensorcelled in some way, and that
That I didn't know. And when it comes to him, not knowing, you need to take the safest course, which is disabling you.
I have received multiple visions and signs from Bahamut that I should stay at his side.
Visions can be faked.
Angels cannot.
Actually, they very much can be.
We have some holy relics that we will be checking into the capital with to help confirm his, well, I wouldn't say innocence, but his helpfulness. If I may ask, what did he do that has you wanting his head?
He murdered the rest of our party.
That can't be true. He mentioned that some of them died recently, and he was very upset.
The Death Knights that he was travelling with, the ones that you've seen,
Elon,
Relessa,
Relessa.
were our party members.
So he told us.
We were sealing a hellgate. We were finishing a ritual, and he murdered them.
I would have to ask him why he did it then. I do not believe he is a man of cold murder.
Neither did I until that point.
From what he said, he was trying to prevent you from making a mistake.
As far as I can
Kellon
see, he
spared
stopped
him.
us from seeing something very bad. What do you mean Callum spared him?
The battle just now. We had a battle on the city gates. The enemy Ur-Priest was taking control of the undead, and Evanzar, he wielded his powers trying to stop the undead and pull them back. The Gnolls brought an army of dead Gnolls to fight us, and he fought, knowing what that was going to do, and everybody was going to see him for who he was.
And now the poor man
And-
has an undead army in his hands. I'm sure he's very
And
upset about
then-
that.
Cassian managed to break the enchantment on the staff that was controlling Kellon, because the priest had taken Kellon. And Kellon spoke to me up on that thing, and he turned from getting ready to swing at Maltori and chose to go for the priest and chose to leave Maltori alone. He just wanted to leave. He did not take his vengeance on Maltori for raising him as an undead. I don't know what that means. Cannot speak for the dead man who walked away.
There's many things it can mean. If there is some part of Kellen in there, then Kellen was always a good man. Or it's an abomination raised by Maltori, and of course it's not going to attack its master.
He was not in control at that point. He was
He is
unconscious and near
definitely
Can you
death.
be sure of that?
I can be sure of that.
No underlying enchantments, no backups.
No. I am sitting here in this anti-magic filth that you have put before me, and I can tell you, I do not believe there was any control there. The very undead around us were gone nuts.
Primary
It was-
casters, you lot, aren't you?
Most of them. Well,
I am a
they
pact
are.
maker. I serve the Marid that guards the city.
I've
That's
dabbled in
what
a
I felt.
few things.
That wasn't here before. You brought it?
Of course I brought it.
He's actually going to close the box. You can all feel magic returning. And he pockets it again.
I brought it here and she protected the city.
He has done quite a job on you all.
Well, he's helped us out, and we've been grateful for his aid.
The
for-
Prince of Hell, Michael, has been actively doing things against this town. And
Against this continent.
Full
to the
continent.
people of Galen. He has threatened to kill Maltori in order to try to sway us from continuing to fight. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as Maltori is alive, I'm sticking it to Michael.
Speaking
Michael,
of Galen, what
Prince
did you
of Hell.
Yes. What did you see in Galen?
Some
After we
abomination.
left?
It
Is
Do you know what that abomination is?
got some vague ideas, but wasn't my pursuit. I made sure they were safe, made sure it was dealt with.
It's not dealt with.
Good enough.
No, not good enough.
how is Galen?
In bad shape. It spread the fire before all was said and done.
Hmm.
There's a lot of paranoia there. People not sure who to trust.
What to
Your
believe in anymore.
Maltori didn't help with that. And you've got some creature out there acting imposter, finding out that your local heroes weren't who they said they were.
I mean, we
Really
were.
shakes the town.
We were who we said we were. We just added
Followed a
a-
false man.
We added a page to our book. To be fair, I followed him in order to keep him from doing anything worse.
Yes, no, I know. You have
So you have doubts about him. Good.
the pristine
I mean,
record.
he is a necromancer. Although he has, from what he has been saying, he does seem to have some form of good is still in him, so I wouldn't hold that against him.
He saved us multiple times.
He
How long
actually,
did you travel with Ebenzar Maltori, Torrenfell?
I travelled with him for 30 years.
And one act undid everything that you have ever known about him?
One act. One act. You just describe that betrayal as just one act, as if to simplify it, to lessen it.
Yes.
He murdered our friends.
Did you ask him why?
I didn't ask him why. I was fighting for my life.
Is it possible he was ensorcelled?
If something ensorcelled him, then I don't see why it wouldn't have grabbed the rest of us.
I don't
The-
know. I can't claim to say what exactly happened between you and him, but you traveled with this man for 30 years. Was he a good man during that? Or was he a passable man who sometimes got into the hijinks, maybe stole a few things, laughed around, slept with a woman a lot?
No worse than a lot of adventurers. He was
Were you on
always
this continent
here, there.
when the whole thing happened?
Oh,
Were you
no.
here?
No, not here.
So the Hellgate is not here?
He shakes his head.
Hmm.
You're all from different places, yes?
yes,
Yes.
This is the
Indeed.
first foreign land you've visited?
Yes.
Yes.
the second.
The second. Where were you before?
I Yeah, I've traveled a lot with my mother. It was only for one voyage, but I mainly stayed in Ilan. That's continent, right? Ilan?
Yearness.
Yes.
Eunice. Mainly stayed on Eunice. So
Let's see.
I guess it doesn't count that much.
Let's see. Yearness, Thule. You, Harkness?
Arcanist.
Uh-huh.
Arcanist.
L'Oreal. Well, you all heard of Fyriel?
I believe so.
Out
Yes,
of character, have we?
It's fairly well known. It's land east
Okay.
of L'Oreal.
I think I have heard the name.
Man, you're making me feel all sorts of shame for the name of the freaking continent on my setting because I just thought about Loril and Thyril are right next to
Mhm.
each other. It's just it feels bad. It feels bad. I'm just gonna shake my head over here in the corner.
Yeah. It went down there. Long story. Don't care to share it. You all seem
Well.
like nice, trusting people. He's abusing that. I won't say that the man doesn't have the capacity for goodness and kindness in him, but his drive, his ambition, will supersede that, always.
Having everyone you know try to kill you makes you not as trusting as you might think.
Oh, forgive me if I don't weep for the man. He did the first act.
I'm talking about me.
Ah, personal experience, sir.
Yes.
Then
My
you should know
tribe
how I
tried to
feel.
kill me.
That is
But
the
I-
reason I wanted to talk to you, Mr. Torrenfell. I think that you have a part to play in everything that is going on. And while I think that you and Ebenzar have your histories and you have your intentions, and I will not doubt your age, or your crave for justice. One cannot undo the need for justice of another. I am appealing to you about this matter of the... Oh my god, why don't I have the name written separately?
Marinora.
Yeah, I have it like I have like all these monster names and I didn't have the Marinorath separated out. The Marinorath.
You've got a name
If it-
for it.
Yes.
Yes.
You are a great hunter and very skilled, knowledgeable. Ebenzar respected you. You have been at this longer than any of us, and it is all over our heads. But I do not doubt that that thing is real. I do not doubt the threat that it represents or the involvement of this demon Michael. Whatever is going on with Ebenzar, I'll be honest, is in the background of everything else.
You dealing with this demon?
I have
What?
dealt with this demon.
You're
I know exactly what I am.
No, I just don't think you're looking at something.
What is that?
The man that stopped the closure of the Hellgate. Think he and the demon might be working together?
I mean, you are a different point of view that we do not have. This is why I would rather have you working with all of us than against us.
Well, are you working for a demon?
He was talking about Meltori.
Well, he was
Now
trying
you're
to close
asking you're asking if I'm working for a demon?
No,
No,
I mean,
I work for
I
I
misheard because
Fula.
he also was trying to close it.
Oh no,
Okay.
he said stop
Maltori
trying to
killed
close.
the party when they were trying to close the Hellgate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just
How do you close a Hellgate?
Ritual, sacrifice, a lot of hard work, destiny.
Destiny, huh?
The right people at the right time. Too easy to disrupt.
I find Destiny is kind of a bitch.
Yeah, it really is.
Alrighty, we have kind of been.
I want
well,
him
the-
dead. I'll settle for him in chains. You care about him and his life?
I do.
Then he lives. But he doesn't escape justice. How about that?
I don't
Oh.
have to agree to anything right now,
what? How would
but I will
you
listen to you.
apply justice?
Courts. Imprisonment.
And if those courts found him innocent,
I don't think they could find him innocent
no,
of
no, no,
killing
no,
his
no.
partner.
That's for him to answer.
Okay.
If they found him innocent, well, then I'd be a deluded man,
Cassian's
wouldn't
actually
I?
looking him dead in the eye when he answers this.
Then I'd be a deluded man, wouldn't I?
What if they found him guilty but let him go anyways?
I'd have to consult with a priest of Hevos.
That
I can understand the Havosian regime there. Yeah, it seems like you have spent scant amount of time in Galen and did not look into this thing as much as we had
I made
hoped.
sure they were safe. Then I moved on.
Mm-hmm.
If it was still there, it was not safe.
As far as I'm concerned, he has some part to play in that, and I don't want to see him causing that kind of thing elsewhere.
He did not cause that thing.
He just happens to guide some As you'll forgive me for the rude choice of words, some ignorant new adventurers to destroy 2 wards.
Hey, we're questioning that too.
One
was-
of
Sure.
that
those
hasn't
What?
two was not directed. One of those destroyed itself because we did not just know that we were supposed to sacrifice something. to
Time
it.
and place. That's guidance enough. He have you down by the
Or it
water?
could be fate and destiny.
Huh.
I hate those words. There is no one guiding us telling us where we have to be when we have to be there.
Fate
go
and
where we
destiny
are
is guiding
needed.
us to unleash monstrosities like that, then
I
will
don't think he'd have that in mind. I doubt he even knew it was there because the wards are set up by different parties.
It doesn't
If you
matter
were-
that the wards were broken anyway because the wards were weak
We've
and
already
giving out.
failed.
That creature was loose before the wards were broken. It killed that previous party before any of us would be there. Even Thor.
It was in
Sorry,
the
Ibn
town before
Zarmatori.
anyone got there.
there
No, it wasn't
are binaries that you're dealing with here when it's more than that. Just because something's leaking out doesn't mean you break the wall and let the flood loose.
Yet we were also directed to possibly save a ward.
He seems to look up briefly before just shrugging his shoulders and goes, frankly, I don't give a damn.
I know you don't. You're doing your due diligence right now, trying to talk some young kids out of what you think is a bad path because you think if you don't at least try, your conscience will eat you up. That maybe you could have stopped us. Maybe you could have prevented whatever pain that we are about to go through.
You're a little
Right.
mind reader.
I do a lot of self-evaluation. When you're a bad person like me, you have to think about everything that you do.
And he actually sort of leans forward on the table, and it looks like there's a sense of urgency in his face. I erred, while it was the safe measure to try and disable you. I can see it's really affected your vision of me. I shouldn't have attacked you, even if it meant risk to myself. He is not a good man. He might have an act of kind old man. Oh, isn't it funny how he acts like he's malicious, but you know he's got a good heart deep down. It's false. It's there to disarm you, and it's working.
With that in mind, we will proceed with caution then, I guess. But for right now, he's one that protected this town, and he is one who has protected us.
Calculated
Saved our
that.
lives.
He knows that this will get my accusations off his back if he presents them. And I can't do anything here because, well, I take him out and he sort of does a circle motion with his finger. All those undead around here turn.
All those dead turn, and that Marid hears a shriek of anger, and she washes over this town and every surrounding river base.
What?
Trust me, I have thought this through very cleanly, Mr. Thorin Fell. You do realize that I have seen that any choices that I make here are going to be viewed as a threat from me or Maltori.
Noah is visibly concerned at this talk.
Everyone will assume that if I get upset, that the Marid will strike. They're terrified of that. They cannot help but think about it in the back of their mind. Do you know what it's like to have to walk on eggshells and be so kind and nice to everybody all the time because they think the worst of me before I have even started? You know? I understand Ibn Zarmatori better than most. He is in the
Crying
same
because people
position.
think ill of you for a weapon you're very clearly holding.
Yes, the weapon that I'm holding. If I try to do something good, if I try to help somebody in town, you know what they're going to see that as? An act to curry favor. This is not something good that I did. If I help defend this town, you know what I'm doing? I'm trying to make good on crimes that I have already done. That is who I am. That is what I face every day. That is what Ebenzar faces every day. And you are right to hate us.
Not
Because
me.
you never know if you are right. But you can be prepared and protect your heart from trusting me and being wrong. And that is what this is about. He broke your trust. He hurt your party. You could never accept anything from him other than that everything that he has done is poison at this point. Anything that he does, even to this purely out of goodness, is merely an act to try and curry favor, try to make himself feel better, because that's all it is. Kindness is not good. Kindness is just an act.
I'm hurt, Nim.
I know, Noah, you're pure and good. So, I will be damned with Maltori.
Does the
I
same
will
go
try
for the
to
rest
watch
of
out
you?
for him.
I am not far behind her. Think of those that attacked this town.
Well, Tori has shown that he's capable of doing good, and I don't think I can stop him at from as long as I keep him
You,
on this path. I feel like we have a good future ahead of us.
he's not your responsibility. You can step away from this, you know. I
Probably.
don't need to tie yourself to a sinking ship.
He did that for the town already.
Hmm.
It's still floating.
Yeah, he actually sort of leans back in his chair. You can hear it sort of rocking back, and he just like gestures his hand around and goes, "How to do it anyway?"
Do what? Protect the town?
Yeah.
I sold my soul.
For what?
The highest fucking bidder.
Not yet, you didn't. That's why we have to stop wasting time around here to make sure that certain things don't come to fruition.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got some souls, a soul on the line, traded to keep this town alive for a while longer, and now we have to make sure to mitigate the damages before this whole continent goes under.
Did you know that the demon made it so that the gnolls could use the forbidden weapons of Talon?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you realize what that could have done if the fight had continued?
Do you think I'm going to cast aspersion on you for doing something like that?
What? I don't care
Making
what
a
you
deal.
think about what I did. I did a bad thing, and you know what? It doesn't change if I did a bad thing for a good reason, does it? People will say, "Oh, it's okay because you saved the town." No, I still did something bad, and people will always remember that I did that.
I understand. I do, you know.
I don't know if you do. You
No.
look like a man who has traded many hardships in his life, but I think that you are somebody who has a strong moral compass, and I don't think that you have let that break.
Moral compasses, they all point to a different north, you know. It's really easy to hold one if it aligns with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not without sin, especially not in recent years. But I don't think anyone's beyond saving. Even the old man isn't beyond saving. But the cost of saving them, what they dragged down in the meantime. No.
Do I
Right
think that
now-
there's enough time to deal with that? You may not understand this. You have not been in town long. I am hesitant to tell you, because I feel like you are suspicious of everything that has been done. I found a Pharmarian vault while we were here. I
Yeah.
was guided to it by Bahamut.
I've heard people talking about the undead that think.
Yes.
The metal man. That just
Yes.
go well with that.
The Warforge that fought for us in the battle.
Yeah, if you put the right claim on that, you could retire.
I don't understand what you mean.
You found a Pharmarian fault. You found it. You could claim right, earn fast wealth, and step away from this shitty life.
Ooh.
That's not the point,
Fortunately,
though.
Fel'd is not what I'm after.
Not much. I mean, we gotta stick to our course.
How much? Faults like that have founded kingdoms.
Do you know what I did to get that Murid to settle here and protect that city?
No, I don't.
I told her that I like this city and I didn't want it to burn.
Well, congratulations. You've saved the day.
No, I haven't. I risked the most important thing in my life. My patron, the person that I value more than anyone in the world. For this place that will turn on me when they realize who we are. I asked you to come sit with us and talk to us reasonably because I think you are a voice that should be heard. I do not think that we should ignore you.
You don't want to let him stand trial.
I don't want to stop him from doing what he has to do, not from what I have seen. But I think you are being guided back into the picture for a reason that none of us understand. I am not normally a very holy person. My friend Mitzi, she was a priestess, and I always envied that, but I do
Mitzi?
feel... Yes, my friend Mitzi.
Huh.
She is a priestess from Tuli. But she always said that, the gods have a plan for us, and sometimes that we don't see it when we are standing on, where we stand.
Well, your god's plans have seen your friend dead, I'm afraid.
What?
Mitzi, from Tuli, the Heian priestess. Died like the last
Yes.
two of my party.
What?
You're right. Maybe there are bigger plans. And he's actually going to start standing up. Matori has this town hostage. I can't do anything here. And I pray to Heavos that you will all see the right way through this, but he has to pay.
How do you know Mitzi is dead?
The forces of hell has ordered the town on fire. Your friend was there. I received word of my own. He actually looks momentarily choked up himself. Former party members died there. I sent some sendings, asked around, and got the picture. Another consequence of Maltori's, I was going to say failure to close the gate, Maltori's willingness to keep the gate open. So no, it's not just Kellon and Relessa that he killed. He killed Cathort. Your Mitzi is another death on his hands. He made sure that gate stayed open. He made sure it could happen. So you might think I'm carrying an old grudge, but it burns fresh now. So it's given me clarity. I'll say that. And I tried here. I have tried to talk to you, and you do seem like good people who want to stand by somebody they believe they know. Watch him.
Nim looks distracted.
We will watch our backs. She kind of tries to pull the conversation away from Nim, so that way, because that was probably some pretty bad news. So, if you are not going to hunt us, I would like to ask that you go hunt something that is an active threat at the moment. I know that you are a good hunter, and there's currently a rogue dragon going around. Maybe you can look into that.
Who said I was going to stop hunting you?
Well, I hope you'd stop hunting us.
I'll
Otherwise,
try
we'll
to make sure that you live, but I'm going to kill Maltori.
Do you understand what the Norath is?
I don't care.
It's another hell.
Well then, let's get Maltori out of the way and I can deal with that.
Cassian's
We are
standing up.
being guided by the gods ourselves, or so we have been told now.
Oh, you are.
If you believed in your own destiny, you seem to not believe in those of others, so...
I believe that if we're talking about divinity and divine right to act in a way, then I deserve justice.
And as you said, angels could be faked, so yes, your destiny or our destiny, both be guided, could be lies.
Care about that. I don't care. He killed people
This isn't about divinity for you, I see.
No, we're just throwing around words to try and make arguments seem better and bigger, but yeah, when it comes down to it, he killed people that I loved and cared about, and he has gone unpunished.
Yeah. Well, there is nothing you can do about it for now, so I suggest you bugger off.
I believe he was sitting here first. Why don't we leave?
No,
Yes.
I'll take my leave. This town is pointless.
I don't want to fight you, but if it comes to crossing blades, we will defend ourselves. I don't disagree is that he might need to face justice, but it might not need to be at your hands.
Drag him before the courts in the capital, and we'll have no quarrel.
We will see about that. We are visiting there soon.
Good.
Just we'll have them decide whether he's deserves the punishment or not.
Yeah, he is going to pick up his little satchel bag that's been resting on the floor, shoulders it, and He'll just turn and start walking away.
Did he pick up that magic negation
He
box?
did.
Okay, darn. Okay.
You gremlin, yes, he did.
I recall it being picked up and put away earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was done after Torrenfell remarked that they
Okay.
realized they threatened me and put me onto or all of us into a bad track.
Yeah. I still have the manacles though. Those are mine.
They are indeed.
God.
It's nice that you have the manacles that can be put upon thee.
Right, I'm pretty sure I prepared along with chains, so.
I think those are anti-magic ones, though. What Yalia has. Them looks a bit.
That's
Forlorn in her face and says, "I'll meet you all later. Bye." And I'm gonna urge Nami to take off.
Nobody doesn't have a concerned little meat, but will obey, taking off into the air.
Don't stay out too late, Nim. And it's best to be at home with people for this. She just calls after but doesn't really stop. Nim
Mhm.
is going to need some time to process that. Let's go home. Finally rest up.
okay.
Cassian's already trotting off.
I guess I'm talking to the wind.
Yes, let's head back.
You go on ahead. I need to check something first.
But do you need to have a moment as well?
No, I'm just going to check the I just want to confirm something. I'll be back in a
What
moment.
do you want to confirm, Noah? Just tell me, and then you can be off on your way. I need to know where people are so we can find them.
I need to ask Torrenfell one more thing.
All right. Don't get shot.
I won't. I
Yep.
hope.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, Taryc. Let's go home.
Yes.
So
Come on,
Taryc,
Saeed,
Cassian,
back.
and Iala are heading home.
Yeah.
Nim is taking off into the air. Noah, you catching up with Torrenfell?
Yeah.
He sort of glances over his shoulder as he hears you coming up behind him and goes, "What do you want?"
Do you have a spare one of those boxes?
No, you know how rare those are.
I was. While, yes, I trust Tori and I do want to keep him on the right track. I know. I'm worried that his predisposition might actually cause problems. And if that were to arise, I'd like some form of backup.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Now, try and find it.
Okay. I was hoping that having someone watch over him doesn't do anything you may not like would give you some peace of mind.
It heartens me to know that not all of you are blinded to his admitted odd charms. But, it doesn't mean I'm going to give up one of my greatest weapons against him.
Just don't let that's rich coming from me, but don't let it don't let such things doom you completely. It will make you easier to do wrong in the pursuit of trying to do right. So just be careful.
How sweet.
And Noah will give a slight bow and leave him to it.
Yeah, he watches you go and then continues off himself. You have failed to obtain the Enter Magic Orb.
Darn. I for sure thought that would work.
I didn't think that would because they need that versus Torrent Fell.
You mean Evansar, Maltori?
Or yeah, sorry, versus Evansar Valtori. I'm so
Isn't it
confused now.
hellish?
I don't even know why did we do this to
It's
ourselves.
fine. They're all the same person, anyways. Eventually,
I mean, they're all me.
We will somehow combine them into one being. That is how this ends.
Nim, are you heading anywhere particular, or are you just flying?
Nim's going to fly to one of the rooftops that has the big bells because I think there were three
Yes,
temples.
there are.
I'm gonna fly up to one of those. And is it nighttime?
It is getting late, like sun is setting.
All right, so I could find shadowy bits. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast invisibility on me and Nami when I do that, and then we'll just alight up there for a little bit. And Nim's gonna have a slight panic attack, weepy time.
Mm-hmm. Nomi tries to comfort, a little confused, not understanding, you know. Okay. The rest of you will arrive home. I don't know how long you want to stay out, Nim, but rest of
I
you.
don't actually know how long Nim will stay out. I don't know if she's gonna come back, even though she's tired.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The rest of you arrive back home. You enter to see Maltori just talking with one of the skeletons a bit. Maltori's got a cup of tea that he's drinking. The skeleton does not. I don't know if you guys are first at identifying them yet. Let's say I would like just an intellect roll from everybody. We're going to see how good you are at
Intellect?
cementing them. Yeah.
Why aren't you rolling?
Oh, that's safe.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep it because it's the same roll.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
It does not want to roll for me. So
you can't do stat rolls on the new sheet.
Yeah, so just do a 220 plus my. Oh, there we go.
That works.
Yeah, that's fitting. Yeah. So, Noah, Taryc, Iala, it's like, especially like they've started to change out of their armor and just into like clothing. It's really hard to identify them. You, Cassian, will sort of go through the little sort of list you built in your head. And it's like, okay, somewhat smaller frame, does not have any arcane tattooing on the bones. Okay, you think this is actually the non-elven one. This is Torin Rogerly.
Mr. Rogerly, Maltori.
Mister, it's Lord. You find he says with
sorry, my apologies, Lord Rogerly. I know there are too many Lord Rogerly.
he sort of waves his hand. I jest. Call me Torin, please.
Wait,
Torin?
I
No.
know.
What?
I already have a problem with a Torin.
Well, on the plus side, you are Lord Roger Lee, and the other one is now Lord Mayor Roger Lee. So,
my descendants moving up in the world. Grand.
Kind of thrust upon him.
Yeah, and he's already made his first
Where's Nim?
declaration.
You got some bad news when we were talking.
Oh, what happened with Torin? Is she okay?
Corin told her priestess friend is dead.
What?
Yeah, during an attack where you lost your last two friends.
No. The continent that
Yes, the
everything transpired between you two.
yes, there.
Yes.
You know.
Wait, Nim's friend was there?
Apparently, yes.
More recently.
She died in the around the same time.
Oh,
I
no.
guess he was contacted about an attack, and I guess the priestess died during that attack.
I
More
didn't know
recently.
about the attack. He was.
He was the one you eavesdropped on. Yes.
Mm.
At some point soon, I think we need to discuss what happened there between you two.
Did he tell you much?
He said he didn't want to get into it.
His side that he did not want to get into.
He told us what. Look over at Lord Rogerly. I do not know how much you want us to just say out in the open.
I'll take my leave. Do not mean to intrude on your affairs. And he actually stands up and gives you all a little bow, hand to his chest, for
Make a bow to him.
moving off. And Maltori just goes, I did what needed to be done.
He said you killed the rest of his party while they were trying to close a Hellgate.
Was from his point of view, that's what happened.
Well, what happened? From your point of view?
I averted disaster.
Disaster. What was the disaster? We need some information here, Montori.
We
We're
were
getting
the
a
wrong
lot.
people at the wrong time. If we'd finished our ritual, it wouldn't have closed the gate. It would have cracked it open. It would have widened it. It would have had to consume so much more.
Did you need to kill them then?
We wouldn't listen.
Was there any way else to stop them?
They would. The ritual's moments for completion, and I tried to yell for them to stop, and they didn't. They were so determined. You don't know how many years of our lives we had spent in pursuit. We were convinced we had the hero. We had everything.
How did you know that it would backfire?
The Arcana in the chamber. It was all wrong from what we expected. It didn't match the ritual. It didn't. I'm the wizard, you see. The smart one, the one that can read the runes, the one that can figure it out, and you figure things out in the last moments. You tried to stop them, but if you thought that you were saving the world and your friend told you to stop, there was only one chance. I don't blame them for continuing. I just wish they hadn't.
I want to do an insight check to see if he actually looks hurt by
Go
this.
roll it.
Yep.
I'm going to use my extra reroll.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my regular
That's better.
roll.
Yeah. We're sitting here listening to him, so why not?
18, 19, 14, 17. Noah, you're a little unsure. You know Maltori is good at lies. This could be an act, but it feels kind of genuine. And the rest of you, like, he does look truly distraught. None of you can be 100% certain, but it feels...
It feels genuine.
It does feel genuine.
He is bent on you paying for what you did. I will be honest. And when you say what happened, I can understand them not listening. Also, judging kind of by what he was saying. He is determined to kill you.
I know.
He did exactly what you said, though. Oh God, I forgot the name of the town already, and I've written it down.
Galen?
Galen. He made sure they were safe, but did not investigate any further. I guess you pretending to be him and everything that went on with the Naramorath has caused them to be distrust each other and such, but he did not investigate what was going on.
Where is he now?
Walking out of town.
Yeah.
He
You were right. He did think you had.
is the town hostage.
Well, better to feed into the images of a bad guy and live, no?
That is what Nim was discussing. That both you and her always viewed like that. Regardless of what you do.
I really want to trust you, Tori. I really do.
But
I
it
want-
can't.
I trust you on a lot of things, and yes, you've already made a lot of reasons why not to trust you. But I really hope you are on our side and will remain to be so.
Well, you never know, right?
I would like to know so.
Doubt there's anything
Guess I
I can
can't-
say or do to that. There never is.
Over time, I suppose. Just let's try and work it out, okay?
Of course. Well, a lot has happened today. You should rest. I'm going to go find Nim.
You're not going off to assassinate Thornfell while you're at it, are you?
No, too risky.
Good.
Please
Wouldn't
don't.
want you doing that anyway.
Nim had tried to turn him to assist us with the Marinorath, sorry. He literally seems to have no focus but on you.
It's what made him such a good tracker. He's a man of singular purpose, singular narrow.
I do believe she is right. I think he is in the picture for a reason. Whatever is
I don't
the
care
gods
for
are
this
guiding.
God's plan or fated picture or whatever this is.
Yes.
As far as I'm
but
concerned, they're just treading on our lives.
you have to admit, at least what we know of him, he would be useful in what we are dealing with. But we cannot have him trying to murder you.
I'm glad you think that much at least.
I also think in many ways you are more useful in this endeavor than he is.
Well, if this past few days have shown anything, usefulness is the best that you can offer at times.
You
I
have
pray that I
offered more.
continue to be.
After we rest, I would like some time to discuss some things.
Perhaps. Well, rest, children. I will. I may not be home tonight, but I will be on tomorrow at the very least.
Alright, we shall talk then. Be careful out there.
Don't worry about me. I'm the most dangerous thing by far around here.
Other than the man trying to kill you.
And I do not know if him saying that he isn't able to get you here is true. So do be on your guard, please.
Bye. And that's where he's going to get up and hobble on out of the building.
It's been a very long day.
I really want to go to sleep.
I am taking the bathroom. Nobody's bothering me for the next 3 hours. He goes upstairs.
I am
Kicks the
going
little
to
old
try
lady
to.
out of the tub.
You see, she's trying to unprune because she's trying to get rid of the wrinkles from
Clara
absorbing
She's
water.
hydrate.
Clara passed the water and goes, "Plenty of room, dearie."
Lightning bolt.
Come scrub my back.
I am.
That's girl talk.
I am going to go.
Iala is
try
pretty much
to-
the toaster you'd throw in the bathtub.
She
wouldn't
is.
want that.
I would
This
never want to
Iala.
be in the same bathtub as the Alia. Shocking.
Going to start cooking for people and see if we can get everybody fed.
Okay. You start doing that.
See how bad my
Was it-
roll is
I would
today.
like to actually do identify
Oh.
as a ritual.
Okay. On what, the brooch?
Yeah, the badge.
Okay. The badge. As an action, you can cause it to cast essentially a bright light, a flash, a blindness temporarily in a 120-foot radius.
If you want others, we do also have a bow and a rod from the two dead moles.
Recharges on dawn.
But
Flashbang. The fire,
we got a
flamethrower.
flashbang.
Yeah, it's essentially a flashbang brooch.
Being utensils is
And
wisdom based.
if someone hands me those other two items, I'll get them while I'm going.
I'll hand them over if I know you're doing stuff. So
Oh, it's obvious when he starts doing it because it's always in.
Yeah.
Right, it's
middle
the
or
bow,
business
and
room.
what was the other item?
bow and short rod.
Oh, the short rod is a +2 packed rod of the warlock.
Ooh.
The
Oh.
bow is a human bane bow. It's +1 and does an extra d6 damage against humans.
Does it affect half elves?
Potentially.
They're typically.
damn it.
It depends if they're half human or not.
Yeah.
If they're half orc and half elf, then no.
Mhm.
But if they're half human and half elf, yes.
Yeah.
I am the only one who uses a bow in the entire party that has the ability to use a bow, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Oh!
much.
Oh,
God,
wait.
Hands on the rock.
It is a
Wait,
longbow, by the way.
We could technically give the longbow to help
No, I have a
give
no.
a +1 crossbow on
I have a
it.
+1 crossbow. It's better for you to have the bow.
That means I need
And honestly, helper only gets one shot
I
every
have
once
like
in a while.
no dex either. But
And Iala is probably gonna pass the manacles to just make sure what they are.
They immediately latch on. To the
You
nearest
want to
mage.
identify the manacles?
Yes, please.
I'll try.
Yeah, they are potentially anti-magic manacles. Once put on somebody, and the command word spoken, which is silence. Mages cannot speak. They cannot cast. They cannot do any magic.
Okay. Just wanted to reconfirm. She just wanted to reconfirm that's exactly what it was.
oh god,
Silence.
what is that? What's that bow gonna do? Because I don't think that's a base item.
Magic. Okay.
I'll find
Cool.
out later.
Thank you. Thank you, Cassian.
You keep those
when
things 300 feet away from me at all times.
when Nim comes back, we should hand her that rod.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is definitely for her. Maybe
Your
we'll cheer her up a little.
I'm gonna.
friend's dead. Here's a magic item.
I mean,
And
I'll
then-
be honest. If it came from Iala, that would be like considered like the biggest token of love
Yeah,
that Nim would understand
strange.
because she knows how much Iala doesn't like to give up
Giving
magic
me something from
items.
your hoard.
I'm gonna
I'll
actually.
let you borrow this.
I'll actually toss it to Yalia because more than likely she's just gonna see her before I will, because I already probably going to be doing. Can you make sure Nim gets that, please? I
Oh no.
may not be around.
Oh, that's not gonna get
I
to
want
me
to
now.
intercept that before it makes it to Yalia.
Iala goes to catch it, but Cassian gets it before he does.
Are you
Nope.
Maybe.
roll for it?
We gotta roll for it.
All right.
Dexterity check to catch.
We call
what?
we call it just acrobatics.
Can I make a straight check to see if I hurt someone with the throw?
You trying to hit somebody with it?
Just underhand toss.
It's very tempting.
I want
but
it to
no.
bounce off Iala.
Give me an attack
Ooh.
roll, Taryc.
I wanted to. Come on,
Attack roll.
Cassian, you can
Yep.
do it.
Okay.
Cassian, barely.
Where's my attack buttons? We'll just hit the mace button because.
Cassian, my hero.
Hey, you don't hurt Cassian. Cassian, you catch the rod.
Hand immediately goes straight into Yalia's face. Like, no, back.
That was
Like-
mine. It was given to me.
Nope, it's for Nim. If you get a hold of it, it's
I let
never
her
going to see its
borrow
way
it.
out of your hoard. Nope, down.
Then I'm taking the flashbang.
You don't even know about the flashbang.
I'll
Yes, I
take the
do.
other thing.
I'll take the other things you had. Tips gave you a bunch of things.
I
can
like to
take
think
one
that
of them.
Shalai is just like.
Can you use the bow?
No, Shalai is just like looking disgruntled at the sort of raised voices and is climbing off of Ialia and moving away.
See, you have
Loud
scared
voices.
your little friend.
She's too much of a princess for this.
Yeah, she's gonna go sit up on the fireplace mantle and just like curl up.
Go take your bath, Yalia.
I'll take the magic items if you would.
No.
I will have some, Cassian. I will. She starts walking away.
Torrid
just gonna
fell,
look
looking
going,
in
"You can't
from the
even
bushes
use them.
outside,
They're
making notes.
useless to
Perfect
you."
trap for Yalia. Throw some uncommon magic items in a trap.
It doesn't even have to. It doesn't even have to be hidden. It's just
Literally a
on the-
box with a stick and a string.
Yes.
I bet I could take that before the box fell.
I know how
Really good
Ialia dies in this campaign. Right. Nim,
Yes.
you will see and hear Maltori before he finds you.
I will come down. I don't make old man work.
Coming down might not be the thing, as he is flying, yelling for you.
I will flash a light in the air at him.
Oh, you see him veer off towards you, and will come a light on the roof, like very awkwardly for him, much bigger than you, hand gripping the one of the sort of like little spires up here.
Be out. You should be resting. Why did everybody let you out?
They would not have been able to stop me. I had to come find you.
Oh, is there something wrong?
They told me about that you're your friend.
Yeah, she died. I heard.
I didn't know him. I'm sorry.
I know you didn't. You would have told me. Or you wouldn't have, and I wouldn't have cared.
I would have told you.
I think you would have told me. You are a nice man. I mean, you're at least as nice as I am, right? But
No,
we
I'm
are
not
at
as
least
nice as
nice
you,
to each
Liam.
other. No, I think you are as good as me. I just, it hit me, you know. I felt sad.
Yes,
I never told her what I thought, you know? You see, she got into the priestesshood, and I was mad. Because she went away from me. And she was my only friend.
He's gonna pick you up. Just like hold you against his chest.
And I was going to have a nice time with Arwa tonight, but then I'm not going to show up, and she's going to think that I thought differently, and I didn't think differently, but I wouldn't want to do.
Don't worry about that. She'll understand. I was a good girl.
I always mess everything up, you know.
No, life is just cruel.
I think you are right there.
You can't think that the bad things that happen to you are because of you, Nim. It's just the unfairness of it all. The rage, then sob.
Yeah, I
No.
just needed to let it out. I'm sorry I worried you. I did not.
I would rather be worried about you than not. You remind me that I'm still a person.
Anybody who doesn't think that is a freaking loser. That man, I don't know how he could have traveled with you for so long and be so blind. I think he does not know how to direct his feelings of pain, and he is stupid.
I don't know if I was in his position, if somebody hurt you or the others for the greater good, I would stop at nothing to make them suffer.
Maybe, but he cannot see what I see, and I told him that I trust you, and that I will always trust you. I might not always understand what is going on, but I think I know Maltori.
I bet that went down well with him.
No, he thinks that because he insults me and use anti-magic on me, he pissed me off, and that
He
I
has
not listen
anti-magic?
straight. Yes, he has a box with anti-magic.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah. So they told you about that, right?
No.
Sometimes the people we travel with are really stupid.
That's okay. It makes me feel so smart.
Anyway, he has that. He is also going to start hunting us again, it sounds like. So,
You will.
no rest for the wicked.
And I am guessing no good information on the state of Galen beyond paranoid.
He said, oh, it is all your fault because of the fact that the group of you made all the people in town all confused and distrustful because we were faking being adventurers and shit. And he wants to say that we broke the seals and that's really what let the thing out. But he won't listen to the fact that the thing was already out. He's stupid.
He is stupid.
He wants to hear what he wants to hear, which is he is right. And I try to tell him that I want to hear his side because I don't get to believe that I am always right. So I have to listen. And he does not understand that. All he says is, and you are bewitching us, and you're holding the town hostage with a bunch of undead, and that's the only reason that they're doing what they're doing. And I said, well, you know what? Maybe I'm holding the hostage town with a Marid. Do you think of that? Maybe I hold you all hostage with Marid, and maybe that is what it is. Maybe me and powerful Marid, we fuck everybody up.
My dear, that's not why you've got her here.
I know that's not why she is here.
Why must you cast yourself in a bad light? He'll do that enough for both of us.
No, but I point out he insult you this way, like he insult me. It is. I know what it look like. if anybody digs, they're going to go, oh, look, Guildmistress's daughter. She has made pact with Borid that came into town with nefarious evil group. Maybe they're holding the poor Guildmistress hostage because she's worried about her daughter. I can see that. I help daughter because I want to help daughter, but I can't help people without it having some bad. And I think it is the same for you. You can't do a good thing without somebody going, oh, well, you clearly had an ulterior motive, because people can't just live.
Oh, to be fair, Nim, I often do have an ulterior motive.
So do I, but, I didn't mean it for that, so.
I have come to accept that I have chosen a certain path and a way to act, and I can't begrudge people for seeing that in the light it is.
Well, I would rather die on this hill living the way you live at your side than walk the path of what Torrenfell thinks we should be doing.
Indeed.
And I think Bahamut thinks you're pretty cool, too.
I don't care what Bahamut thinks.
I know you don't care what Bahamut thinks. That's why it's actually pretty awesome if you think about it. Because you're not like just kowtowing to Bahamut to do what he wants. You're just doing things that Bahamut is like, yeah, that man, he rocks. I mean, you literally made vulgar gestures at the holy creature, and Bahamut's apparently still in your corner.
I just worry about how expendable I am.
What? What do you mean?
The gods care little for making sure this little man, the individual, is okay. It feels... it's all so fucked. Your friend mysteriously happens to be tied into all of our story. It's meddling. It's wrong. Maybe Torin does have some part to play in this, but the things that drive him here, the tragedy and the consequence, it's not worth it.
I wish I understood what was going on, and then I could be like, okay, sure, but... I mean, can't know what's going on, can we? I thought we were gonna summon an angel at one point and bitch them out. Whatever happened with that?
You know what? You know what our part in this is, Nim?
Yeah.
We're done. If they want action from us, they can fucking tell us. I brush my hands of it. There's Mara and Oref. Someone else can do it.
Okay.
We are going to make our own way. We're going to make sure that there are no consequences to this deal you've made. We're done. We're done. You're all more important than any of this, so... Fuck it.
The others won't think that, and you know it.
Then they can rail against me. I don't care. I'm not stumbling in the dark anymore. If some divine plan is in action and they want us to be part of it, they can ask us.
It would be nice if they would actually say fucking something rather than just having us run around in circles. I mean, what is up with this? This Heya and Bahamut and Lysel and do any of them know
whatever the fuck
do
of
any
this.
of them do any of them even know what they're doing? Are they even working together?
If I've learned anything, then no, it's just incompetence on every level.
I mean, and then I had that Emorian Reaper that showed up when I almost died. I died, but you know that's why.
We are going to travel to. We either go to the capital on foot, or we're going to the northern circle. Galen can stand on its own, and I'm going to buy us.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to buy us tickets for a boat. We're going to leave, and if they want to stop us, then they can.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know. Somewhere else. We'll summon Michael. We'll get this deal changed. I'm sure he'd be happy to see us leave. He wanted that. And we'll, if Fel'd needs to come, I'm sure I can figure that out as well. But I'm tired of this meddlery from other forces. I'm not going to see you suffer because of the defined machinations of idiots.
Are you afraid that we are going to get caught up in the prophecy thinking that we are doing something and
Nim, give me an insight
fuck it up?
check.
I'll use my inspiration.
Can you use the inspiration? Yeah,
No.
you can see that there is a look of fear on his face. I'm not going to lose people again to a lack of clarity. I will not
I know.
put word in prophecy ever again. If we are on some destined path, then that's not enough. I'm sure the others will understand.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to come out and make sure you were okay. Well, not okay, but safe at least.
That's okay. You are being a good friend because you know I was upset and you know how upset you were when you got your bad news too.
I feel like I'm being a good father.
You are a great father. You're the best father I've ever had.
Are you ready to come home?
I am ready to come home.
Oh.
Let's go home.
I could go talk to Awa with you. She'd understand.
Yeah, let's go talk to Arwa. I don't want to leave her hanging because I don't want her to think that I don't care about her.
No,
Is it bad that I care? I don't want just the sex with Arwa. I was hoping to
Nim.
I don't.
Well, this
I
might
was
be odd for
hoping-
your people over here. Like, that's quite good.
Okay, I always wanted it to mean something with somebody, and I'm not saying we be together forever, but maybe we.
You don't want just a fervid passion. You want understanding. You want connection.
Yes, it is. Nim blushes at the thought of that. She goes, "It was something I thought I had admitted."
That's always frowning briefly. We're going to have to talk about this whole daughter identification thing. It's just, now this is troubling me.
What do you mean?
So I
Do you have
was
another kid?
Awa's adoptive father.
Oh, does that mean this is incest?
No, please don't say that. Okay. I'm blocking that away
Oh,
from now.
that is. So wait, so you're both of our dads?
Yeah, I guess.
That's beautiful.
She
though.
hasn't called me
Oh,
that in a long time, though, so I think it's fine. You know what? He's just sort of waving his hands a bit, and then he wobbles on this fucking, sloped roof and goes, oh, shit. Okay, can we go down? I
let's
don't
go
like
down.
heights,
Let's go
Nim.
down. Let's go down. We'll go talk to Arwa and you did tell me. So when did you know her? When she was little drow or little Noel?
I don't know. It's when I picked her up. She was very cute and fuzzy, and a little gremlin. And he's just gonna fly down with you and Nomi.
Yeah, I'll go down.
And he's going to start heading towards ours, and that's where I'm going to end this session this week, guys,
Yay!
because my head is pounding.
Okay.
Everybody take 1,000 XP, and everybody take a point of piety.
Thank you.
But we outlasted Tornfell, guys. We lived.
We outsmarted Torrent Fell because we're smarter than him.
I don't know if we did that.
Yeah, we did. We're still alive. Well, Tori's alive. We outsmarted him.
We'll do it at the same time next week. Sans Toby?
Toby,
Yeah.
will be in Disney World.
Disney? I want Disney.
Yeah, did.
You know.
You're going to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bring me back a Kyber crystal.
If you wanted a kyber crystal, you could have asked while you were here. I have many.
I need a Kyber crystal. There's got to be a
What
black
color?
one.
Oh, screw that. Go on eBay, buy one.
Yeah, we'll do the same time next week. Toby, I'll talk to you about what Cassian is going to be doing. Well, you're gone.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Although we
Yeah.
might be slipping into downtime during that session. So, yeah,
Okay.
Right, same time next week. Stream off.